Hello, collective. Happy September, Thursday 26th. So there's a tremendous business exposure from today's letters. Some kind of tremendous business exposure. There's desperate disbursements for an entrepreneur. Yeah, they found these desperate disbursements from an entrepreneur from today's letters. There's astonishment of a birth, some kind of astonishment of a birth. And a nursery used as a repository. Nursery used as a repository. When I got this word, it's not what you think. No, repository is actually like a Federal Reserve of manuscripts found in like the basement of libraries. So there must be, this nursery is being used to like hide or conceal or keep ancient documents. I'm not really sure, but the marionette manifesto is a minesweeper. Yeah, these marionettes have a manifesto, and it is truly a mind sweep. Because when I asked the pendulum before I got on here, is this really happening? Pendulum said no, because you are participating in something completely surreal. Yeah, and I hope the reading helps us. But surprise industry of prosthetics. There's some kind of surprise industry of prosthetics. So this would be fake artificial limbs. So there's some kind of surprise industry regarding these artificial limbs. Yeah. A storefront hides to retrofit DNA. Yeah, and then the storefront is definitely concealing this retrofit of DNA. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's what they're doing, but yeah, they're switching around DNA. And then 369, yeah, so 369 from today's letters, and that is to transmit your pyramid power. Yeah, your pyramid power for today. Don't forget, don't give up on the pyramids, because they showed up in my in the chart that I did too. Yeah, so this is pretty beautiful. Yeah, we've got a couple pyramids in there. Okay, these are grand trines. These are a big deal for September 26th. The sun will be 4 degrees Libra and the moon is 2 degrees Leo. So this first grand trine has Mars, and it meets Venus, and it meets Saturn. So that's one of the first ones. So I mean, there's some border or safety that knows of this person of service and the war they have fought from home. This is Cancer, a possession, of what this person could possess as their home, I guess. But yeah, Cancer is usually about the nest. So yeah, this was and do you see how it's Pisces? So it's almost a mirage. So when I asked the pendulum, are we really participating in this? And it said no. It is like a mirage. And it's so unclear, but that's how they're. So you've been fighting this invisible war. The other grand trine is this. Looks like you've got the clan. You've got this transformation of the clan, and that was from an active participant, a diplomat, being in Libra. This was a fair attempt to bring back some equality to this particular lineage. Okay. Now, what I liked about this chart is there's actually, this is really huge, is this right here. There's a board meeting going on tonight, okay? And I tried to do it in orange so you could see it, but there's some kind of board meeting concerning a Leo, okay? Libra, maybe a Capricorn, and a Pisces. This meeting is about that. Okay, some kind of transformation of spirituality. A high priest will be there. Active participant from a legacy will be there as a diplomat. But that's a board meeting tonight. So your ancestors are getting around the table. You know, did the bloodline learn what we wanted them to learn? Kind of, you know. Yeah, it's a consensus tonight at that board meeting, which is a big deal. The only payment is still this. Yeah, this Capricorn tried to kill Scorpio, a female, it looks like a Capricorn and a Leo. So some kind of Leo high priest and this Capricorn did a lot to transform or remove this female. Yeah, this female of service. So that's the payment due. But in the meantime, we got this board meeting. That is so amazing. I love it. I love it. There's also this board meeting too. I mean, it's not all blue, but I mean, you could say, well, half of it's going to have the ops at it, and half of it's going to have, you know, the spiritual leaders. Yeah, because it makes two. I've never seen a chart like this where you got two rectangles and two grand trines, but definitely like it comes to this point, September 26th, which there's something about this week in history that's a big deal. Ancestors, please be here for this reading. I love you. Be my supernova of information on this reading. It's out of my depths, man. I've got Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, please be here. And Jesus, your wisdom would be very helpful for this reading. I've got the miracle of Tepeyac, which is where Juan Diego saw a vision of Mary on a hillside. And miracles and signs. That's how he believed. And this vision that he saw led to a lot of conversions to Catholicism. Mary and the miracles. Please be with the collective tonight. Your signs and wonders, Most High. I love you, Mary. Thank you so much. Yeah, we need some signs and wonders. This is the most bizarre thing I've ever participated in. So, and you know, yeah. Yeah, that's the chart right there. But the reason why, so see, there's this other board meeting too going on, which involves a family, involves a bloodline, some kind of Leo high priest, involves a female that went to great, I mean, when it's in Scorpio, that's a lot of emotion to do what they tried to do, remove somebody in the bloodline. So yeah, that's a huge meeting. Okay, because the ancestors wanted you to see this. They wanted you to see, yeah, let's put our own little, this is, yeah. See, because the collective has magic too. It's called Bubbles, 99 cents. You know, this was magic they were doing, and I had to share this with you for this week in history. So September 26th, which is what today, yeah, in 1982, okay? This is what it looked like over here. Okay, so this was all magic they were doing, okay? Looks like this female and this person, this diplomat, because the sun sits in Libra, but they were in this group, and they started doing magic with the spirituality that they possessed, second house. So they came right into the day knowing that this is a day we have to do our bebobbity boo. Because the whole goal was to use this, I believe this is Capricorn, yep. The communication of a high priest Capricorn to keep secret a particular plan and action, a particular border and safety in place, and to keep secret the transformation, the death, some kind of death. So they were doing magic over some kind of plan that borders and safeties knew about. It was probably to protect some kind of secret death. Okay? Yeah. That was magic done on this week in history. Yeah, they wanted secrets kept for 1982. Okay, all right. So then you go to September 30th, 1980. So that's a couple days from now, and it's in 1980. So we back up a little bit. And that's what this one looks like down here. And again, we have some kind of high priest over here in Cancer. Okay, 8th house, other people's money. What they want to do? Well, they sent all this magic to an active participant, some kind of diplomat, borders and safeties, and to expand that. Jupiter, yeah. Right away, they send all this magic over here to those three, which are pretty big. It's a pretty big deal because it's 11th house. So these must have been a group of people that this person wanted to cloak or cover or protect or something. They were doing something, okay, for other people's money, okay? And then you come over here and yeah, this spirituality that they possessed, this was a very freedom loving, because it's Sagittarius, okay, to keep their independence of what they possessed. They couldn't expand this. They couldn't expand this information from getting out. some kind of female that the family didn't see worthy. And it's in Leo, so some kind of female that was attached to the destiny they didn't think was worthy of that particular bloodline. Yeah, so that's why they were sending all this magic over here to this group, okay, in regard to other people's money. Now, I don't know other people's money over here. We didn't get any of that, did we? But we did have Scorpio. Jupiter sat in Scorpio over there. I don't know. So I was supposed to show you these this week in history because this is the thing. 26, okay, point, and then you do the year, 82, boom. Okay, that's longitude. Okay, that's north. That's longitude right there, boom. Then you come over here, okay, so 30.80 for that, okay, because of the 30th, 1980, okay. That's a latitude. That's east. Okay, so what is 20.82 north and 30.80 east? What is that? Well, that just happens to be the longitude and latitude of Egypt. Yeah, of Egypt. So I have a feeling if this was some of the magic that was done to suppress you or your powers or what they were, the rumor on the streets when you were born because you were a star seed, whatever they were trying to do, yeah, basically make you invisible, it didn't work. It didn't work because there was a larger symbolism behind it that trumped it. See, oh, you think you can get rid of our star seed? Well, it just so happens that date that you used talked to the pyramids that week in history. Yeah, crazy, huh? I don't know. It just seems like they went to a lot of effort to do this. They've been doing this magic over you your whole life. Why or how, it's still a great mystery to me. But this is the longest war in history. This is the longest war in history with somebody invisible. This is invisible, okay? Let me show you the cards. We got 12:20 on the clock here. Yeah, so for 4 degrees Libra, this is using art to alchemize, okay? So we have the Magician card for 4 degrees Libra because you're using your art. Maybe you have a talent that has helped you alchemize this, whatever you're participating in that may not seem quite clear, okay? And then for the 26th of September, you get this Strength card because you've had to show a lot of strength and you've just been patient. You know, this is a patient practice of yours. This date, 26th of September, is Johnny Appleseed. Well, you know how patient he was to seed all those apple orchards across America in 1774. That must have taken him forever. So you might feel like Johnny Appleseed tonight. And this is the crossing energy, is this moon, 2 degrees Leo. It's the Chariot card. So Walter Payton, number 34, I think it was Chicago Bears. He's like one of the running backs that's in the Hall of Fame for NFL. He has this birthday, 2 degrees Leo. And just the durability of this balance, it's going to be quite evident. Like, okay, we were just in an experiment. Is that what this was? Okay, well, we're going to come in and balance that to make everyone a little bit more clear as to why they participated. That'd be awesome. Okay, so then up here is this 1 degrees Libra for Mercury. And art never asks permission, collective. It gets the Chariot card too. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you this. For Walter Payton, his number was 34, and that's 7. And then it's the Chariot card, which is 7. So I thought that was interesting. But this Chariot card up here as well, art never asks permission. When you have a talent or something in your blood, you it's almost innate that you show that talent. So it's almost like it becomes quite clear that it never asked for permission. You just started showing what you could do during this war. I think a lot of you used art or your talents to alchemize, because that's how you alchemized it, was through your talent. And then you come down here to Venus and to Mars. Venus is 4 degrees Scorpio, the same as the birthday of Bill Gates. Okay, 4-degree Scorpio. He had a birthday, has a birthday. He's still alive. And of course, just this month, he was on CNBC and he was like, what, you know, they asked him what was the trick of his trade. He said to focus on one job. Like that was his one primary focus, was getting this Microsoft, you know, engineered, and, you know, that was his number one focus. So you might think, oh, it's the same thing I keep focusing on. Well, yeah, but if it's important enough, you'll stick with that one job. Okay. And then for 12 degrees Cancer is Mars, because he's got the Hierophant tonight. He was part of this club, and now he's starting to feel like P.T. Barnum, you know, some circus ringleader, because he's having, you know, to reflect on his experience with this Hierophant. So Jupiter tonight has this 21 degrees Gemini. There's a death again. But tonight, Jupiter wants you to know that, look, major problems were attacked on your behalf. And the mind, because they know that your well-being was second place. Like your well-being, your comfort level was second place collective. But look at the major problems that we were able to solve because of it. Like we know you guys weren't comfortable. We know that nobody cared that you were getting picked on or getting shadow banned, or if your videos were even seen for that matter. But Jupiter's here to remind us, like, look, there were some major problems at the cost, and you were the cost of this minor well-being, because we knew if you're a child of the Most High that you'd get through it. See? And then Saturn is this 14 degrees Gemini. Now this is the tree. This is the tree that I have to cover up, because this woman engulfs this little magician dude. I don't know if you can see him, but you can barely see him in that. He's engulfed by this tree. And it's almost like Saturn recognizes that, like, oh, okay, ancestry, the tree, never goes out of style. And he's right, because this tree is almost engulfing the collective person. Like, I will not let you go at this point. You stepped up for the bloodline, and we will not let you go, because they're so proud of you. So, yeah, Saturn is like, okay, this is one thing that doesn't run out of style, is the ancestry. So, and then you've got the star card for Uranus. Looks like Neptune has the Judgment, and then Pluto has the Moon. And the Destiny tonight has this old school magician with this Justice card. Yeah. Yeah, let the sun shine in. Amen. Let the sun shine in. Let the sun shine in. Wow, what a long, long battle. But see, they'll do that so that you show a maturity, so that you show a strength, a longevity, okay? That you keep telling people, look, this is real. I don't just, you know, you're trying to protect others against evils. These are evils. It's for their welfare that they know about magic, and they know how people get targeted, and it's a supremacy thing that shouldn't exist. Yeah, it shouldn't exist. Okay, ancestors, so help me out here. So we got this magician card. Yeah, this dude here, 4 degrees Libra, magician, some kind of alchemy you did with a lot of strength, collective, a lot of strength. Okay, and so all it is saying tonight is with this Chariot crossing is, what was the purpose of this? To show all this strength with this alchemy. Well, first of all, we got to see your art. We got to see your talent, okay? Because that's how a lot of you alchemized, is through what was natural to you, okay? The guy that has 4 degrees Libra is Jacinto. Yeah, Alfonso Jacinto. Now, this artist, Jacinto, he was a poet, actually, but he came from Portugal, and they were fighting in Portugal in the 1960s through 70s, right in there, this supreme race. They were being powered over. They were forced to do certain kinds of labor. He didn't like it, so he started writing all these poems about being separated from, you know, what he knew as home and family. But he went to jail for it too, writing a poet. Can you believe that? But they've since, you know, gained their freedoms. Thank goodness for Portugal. But at that time, in the 60s and 70s, this Jacinto was a poet, famous poet. Thank you. Okay, so history. There's something about Portuguese that I'm supposed to bring that up. It must be in one of your guys' lineage. Okay, so ancestors, help us out here. We've been patient. We've planted these Johnny Apple seeds for the 26th. Okay, they want you to know there is somebody in regret that's waiting. Okay, now I don't know. I'd have to take your temperature. I don't really feel like any of the readers are highly depressed because for good or for bad, you identified a problem. You know, was your due process of protection, was it denied? You know, because some of you feel like, well, I don't think anyone helped me. But I think you were still able to do what you came to do, right? And that's your readings, right? So yeah, there is a question of the restraint of your liberties. Yeah. But you still were able to, I'm going to put it out regardless. I'm going to try 1, 2, 3 times to put this out because I'm protecting others against this evil. This is evil stuff, this witchcraft. So there's somebody waiting. They're in remorse. Who's this person in remorse tonight? Ancestors. They've been educated. Oh my, they've been educated. Their pride. Oh, okay. Ancestors are saying their pride has educated them. Maybe you were humble because you kept getting ignored. So you just kept your ego in check, like, you know. But they weren't ignored. These people were of supreme power and position. So their pride was way out there on the line for them. Because everything they said about this collective person was absolute truth. This person doesn't need to be here. They are, you know, they are not good for society at all. And this emperor is who taught them to fake it till you make it. They were under the direction of an emperor that told them this was okay to do. Who's this emperor? Could be an Aries, okay? This Aries told them, yeah, it's okay. They have no talent. They won't make another dent into society. Yeah, it was all over this full energy. This is what they thought of you. Oh, go back to your broom tree, Elijah. We don't need your kind here. And so you just said, okay, well, I'm going to start praying to the pyramids. Yeah, they're witchcraft. If they look back at the dates, they did it. Longitude and latitude, man, boom. Just check out where that is on the world map and you'll see who is protecting collective. Yeah, it all had to do with the dates they were doing this magic on you. Because somewhere in the equation there was a landmark that your ancestry owned and said, you're not going to do that. No, not when my bloodline's fighting for what's good and what's right. Yeah, you were their investment, collective. Okay, so what else do you want to tell us about this emperor? They're remorseful about something. They're remorseful. We've got this balance coming in. I haven't done the cards on that yet, but Walter Payton is nothing you can't discount him, okay? Walter Payton in the NFL was one of the best running backs ever known, okay? People would go just to see Walter Payton. He was no joke. He was athletic. He was durable. He was reliable. And I feel like that's the balance here is don't go around throwing stones on things that you're inaccurate. You're inaccurate about this person, okay? And a lot of you figured out, well, the motive was I was attached to something. I was attached to something that he wanted. Tell me about this. Well, I guess go ahead and throw the chariot in there, ancestors. What's this balance? What did they find out about this emperor and what they were squawking over? And now they're in remorse over. What's their biggest regret? What's their biggest regret? Ancestors say, do not blink. Do not blink. Because this person who was once a pillar in your community may be gone that quickly. Wow. Yeah, this person was trying to defend his bloodline. Okay, they took ownership of a bloodline. And now they're disappointed because of your collaboration, 3 of Coins. You used art. Art never asks permission. This is what I do. This is the tree, my tree. This is what we do, okay? It's engulfing this magician. Engulfing him. Like, ancestry is like, we got you. And you collaborated with the ancestors, the bloodline. And that was destiny, for one thing. You might have become this King of Wands in the meantime. This leader, this artistic leader, yeah, King of Wands, that became who you were. You crowned yourself because the art that you produced to alchemize this horrible event stabilized you, made you durable, as Walter Payton, number 34, 7, made you reliable, and you don't regret a thing. You don't regret a thing. Even if the pendulum tells you tonight you're not participating in anything real. Oh, okay. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But we'll figure that out. We'll figure out, why was this not real? This was to remain quiet. Okay. A lot of it was gag ordered. Okay. All right. Knife. It's a knife in the gut to him at this point. Wow. So is this going to be made public? I think, I have asked that, haven't I? Is this going to be made public? This emperor, this leader, that if we blink, we're going to, yeah, wow. Okay, so there is going to be some clarity on this. And all this confusion. Oh my gosh, yeah. So you actually, the Star Collective, you're the star. You were the reward to walk through the confusion. You were the reward. Does that make sense? Like, there was confusion for a lot of people. Like, why are people surrendering to God and doing all these? And they kept following, listening to what you were saying. And it's like you became this, like, okay, I got it. I got some wisdom. It's just this nugget of Solomon's wisdom that you reminded him of from history, and that was kind of the reward, was watching you go through the confusion, because these people weren't sure what was going on either. Okay, let's just be clear on that. You're not the only one that might be like, what am I participating in? Is this just a huge experiment? I don't mind being experimented on. I really don't. I know I'm strange. I know I'm a turkey, right? A turkey. But that doesn't bother me. What bothered me is that I had all these people circumventing my next step. Why is the phone call intercepted, and why is the restaurant being shut down, and why it's attacking this, this foundation of this pyramid, Okay, so that should help you out a lot. That should make you feel pretty good. Yeah. You actually helped people overcome confusion just by listening to what you were saying and had found out. Okay, this person found, okay, I can, and it started to make sense. And you're like, well, maybe, yeah, ancestors say that this one step in front of the other is so important, because at this point they wanted you mentally unstable. Almost in tears, to the point like, well, why did I do this? Why did I build this? Or do you think Noah did that when he built the ark? No, because it started to flood. He's like, thank God I have a place to be with these animals, right? He listened to God. That took him, I don't know, what, 2 years or something to build that thing. And he kept doing it, and he didn't know why. And thank God he did. See? Yeah, thank God. God bless you, Noah. Thank God bless you. It gave him confidence. Thank you. Because he had to do it, and every day he questioned himself. Every day he got up and questioned himself, because here he is sawing, and the neighbors are like, hi, and you're like, okay, that was rude, they're making fun of me. Every day that he worked on that, he leaned on God. But toward the end, when it was quite obvious this rain was not going to stop, he had self-confidence. See, it's like he needed all that time to rely on God to keep going. But now it's to the point, you're almost at the portal collective. You're almost there, the gateway. And he knows he's done enough of this with you that you'll be on your own, that you'll be okay on your own. Isn't that cool? It gave you the confidence. I have my little computer down here because when I put it up here, it's too bright. I can't read it. Yeah, I'll try it right there. Okay. So yeah, sights and yeah, you're going to be getting some of that to help you out. Just some confirmation from nature. If you ask for it, especially like, hey, show me something while I'm driving, they're going to show you something. So you don't feel like, oh, I just went out on a limb, you know. God takes care of those that believe in him, okay? And if that's what you've done, and especially showing your art to alchemize, that's beautiful. God knew the best of you would come out during this war. He knew the very best of you would come out. And that's what he wanted this emperor to see, because he doubted you so much. Yeah, I love you. I love you, Most High. You're so awesome. Let the sun shine in, collective. Don't have doubt. No doubt. Yeah, because you won't back down. I stand at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I stand my ground. Won't get turned around. Yeah. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Yeah. But you're not going anywhere. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at Mercury. 1 degrees Libra. It gets a chariot too. We got a couple chariots out here tonight. Chariots are highly spiritual. They move quickly. There's something about how, yeah, you didn't ask permission. And the one that has this birthday for 1 degrees Libra is William Faulkner. Yeah, if you read about him online, Faulkner was one to say, it didn't matter his environment, he could write. It was like he felt like there were spirits on him to do this writing, because he was supposed to write, and he knew that. But it's almost like it drove him, and it didn't matter what environment he was in. It was inside him to do. So it must have been in his ancestry. Yeah, he had an ancestor on his butt to write. And that's what he did. Okay, so you're looking at this alchemy that's turned into art, Mercury. You're kind of concerned about that, because you showed a respect to human decency through your art, and it made the contrast, the dichotomy was huge. While you're showing human dignity, they're showing, look what I can get away with. Yeah. Mercury knew the ancestors were going to be able to show that. Yeah, their grand plan, their grand master plan. Wow. Okay. So did they have court today, Mercury? Are we looking at evidence today? Was there decisions made today? Some people say midnight or 3 o'clock, and then you'll just feel it. You'll just feel you're in this big experiment. It is regarding, a legacy. 10 of Pentacles came out. And what else is going on as far as legal issues? Yeah. The Star comes out. Okay, tell us about this Star. There's some slow and steady information coming toward a Star. I've had Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. What's this slow and steady? Wow. Okay, they know you might feel in the cold, and they don't want you burdened. Okay. The people that are in the cold right now are these conflict, chaos, confusion people, 5 of Wands. That's who's feeling out. Because the whole time they were doing this, they didn't produce a product. Where's your art? No, they have to wait to get that big cash out so they can buy their art. You see? But you produce something. Yeah, my pain produced something. Want to take a look? Okay. And anyway, so theirs doesn't. It leaves them in the cold. It leaves them highly burdened. Okay. Gosh, they got 19 wands. Jesus, that's 9 of wands and that's 10 of wands. So that's a lot of burdens for chaos, confusion, conflict people. and the work that they did. 7 of Pentacles. This is Johnny Appleseed, right? They were Johnny Appleseed, except they were planting the wrong kind of apple. Yeah, they planted a lot of that seed, and all it got them was a lot of burden. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because that's what they decided to fight with. And you didn't fight back, probably. So that's what Mercury wants to tell you. So they must not have had court today or something, but he wants you to know that it's quite obvious, the dichotomy between you and the people that spoke ill about you. Okay, Mercury, you're so awesome. Thank you. I love you. Tell me about, yeah, I was supposed to read to you from Proverbs 11. Riches won't help on the day of judgment. Riches aren't going to help you on the day of judgment. But right living can save you from death. Yeah, right living can save you from death. Yeah. If you've done what's right to the best of your ability, it's going to save you from any tumultuous future swell. Swell. They're not amused that you are in this light as this contributor to humanity, that you cared about the safety of others, and that's why you kept speaking out about, yeah. Okay, so Venus and Mars. Venus is like Bill Gates, 4-degree Scorpio, has this birthday, 4-degree Scorpio, Bill Gates. And he says, I made it one job. I focused on that one thing. Because Microsoft didn't come all prepackaged on his doorstep one morning, he had to, there were many steps involved. And he made it his focus. That's what he focused on. And Venus can sense that because she's following, the Sabian symbol is like following the yellow brick road. And all those yellow bricks are what came from your alchemy, your art. Okay. You just keep doing what you know to do. It actually provided you a lot of stability in a time that was very confusing. This was all very confusing as to why these events were taking place. Why am I fighting the invisible man? Why am I doing this? But you knew it was there. You knew it was there. Okay, Venus. And then over here, Mars has P.T. Barnum, the circus. Yeah, he feels like he joined this. Because, if you read about P.T. Barnum, there's been a couple movies about The Great Showman and stuff about P.T. Barnum's life, but he abused people. He put people on stage and charged tickets for it. Like, he would take an old lady and, look, this lady's 130 years old, and people would pay tickets to see the 130-year-old lady. And he was cruel to that elderly lady. Like, I think if you read about some of his tactics, like he removed her teeth, so that she did look 130 years old. I mean, just horrible things at the cost of humanity. To make a buck? Really? Yo, dude. Has this birthday, 12 degrees Cancer. P.T. Barnum has 12 degrees Cancer in his birthday. So we know throughout history and people that, but he was almost seen as like this, but in the end, it's almost like, well, we see you use people as a come up. And I feel like Mars used Venus's bad reputation as his come up. Like the worse that I make this person look, the better I will look. That's the key. See, he's got the key. That's the key, is the worse I make this person look, then I'm going to look in charge. Wow. 6. At least 6 times publicly, he humiliated you in front of people in high authority, people in the community. Wow. And you weren't there to defend yourself. Wow. What do you want to tell us about Mars tonight? Archangel Michael, what do you want to tell us about Mars? There's something regarding his stability. He still wants stability. What's going on with his stability? Yeah, he's feeling relatively unsafe. Ace of Swords. He's feeling relatively unsafe. Or he wants to make it up to this person by giving. What is this stability about? Relatively unsafe. Okay, so he's learned to put the honor on the stability of what you have. Okay. He's learning the value of accepting what you have in your lot in life. Accepting that. Like, well, this is where I'm at. So I'll make a few nuggets of art here in the meantime, but I accept where I'm at. I'm okay with it. See? He's seeing that wisdom in that. Because that's what you did. You know, you said, well, I can't make art because I can't even pay my rent, you know, or made excuses for it. No, you're like, okay, I'll pray for my rent and I'll make my art. That's what you did. Decent. And God found it quite decent of you to do that. Well, this Mars has been overindulged in stability. Like the more he sought this, the less he had. Isn't that crazy? Because that was the goal. If the goal would have been art for humanity or saving people from unnecessary evils, if there would have been some kind of morale, some kind of higher cause, but now he's stuck. He's worried about his home. What's going to happen to his home? Is your name on it, collective, or something? Like I say, he can repent. He can set this right and live a decent life. Yeah, but this keeps coming up, how much it's like what he had wasn't good enough. It never was good enough. He kept going after another cup, just one more cup. And then he never was happy. Wow. Whew, Nelly. Okay, so collective, here you are. You're following this yellow brick road. Yeah, the manifestation. You worked on the outer manifestation versus some of the things that you knew needed repaired internally, but you thought, well, I can maybe do that simultaneously. You know, there's an outer and inner manifestation for all of us. One's healing and one's a product. And you thought, well, I think a lot of you found out my art actually heals what's going on inside me. Yeah. Isn't that ironic too? Yeah, rent. Venus, you might be worried about rent. But if you are, there's some kind of collaboration going on for Venus. Money coming toward Venus. Okay. That might help some of you. Okay. All right. And it's coming kind of quickly because it's the Chariot. Wow. Thank you. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Okay. So Jupiter 21 Gemini. Yeah. So they want you to know, they're well aware that your well-being was second place. Okay, your well-being was put on a back burner because there were some more pressing issues at stake. And they just want to verbalize that for you, okay? This wasn't about like, well, you're not important enough, or we don't know who you are, or we're going to ignore you. It was that a lot of the collective had put things in the forefront that were huge, okay? Which took a lot of organization, a lot of manifests. What are those called? Logistical, yeah. Emergency management plans. It took emergency management, okay, for these groups to get this accomplished. So they recognize that you weren't always at the forefront of you know, preserving your liberties and making it comfortable for you. But Jupiter wants you to know, I'm the largest planet out here, and it wasn't done to slight you. He wants you to know that. I love you, Jupiter. Yeah. It was to destroy the evil around you, okay? It was to destroy the evil that was eating around you, yeah. Yeah, and now there's a tower. Are they gonna see this tower in their environment? How are they gonna see this? Yeah, you may choose not to look at it. Let's find out what this is. What is this choice? Okay, it's a tower involving two people, a couple. Okay, tell me about this couple. They're insane. This couple was insane to try and get away with this. And they did a lot of work. They did a lot of work and insanity. And it's going to be in the sun. So yes, it is going to be. You're going to publicly see this. That these two people especially. Which, you know, and it could be from 82. Longitude of Egypt. This person that... Yeah, it could be... you know, this is definitely from a bloodline, all this magic on this date in history, okay? Where this Venus had to join with this diplomat person and use their spirituality. And then all this moon magic that night, all this moon magic, okay? Sent to major planets. Planets didn't appreciate it. The planets didn't like it, okay? But yeah, it's like the more they did and they wouldn't stop, and God kept watching it, and God kept thinking, pretty soon they're going to see that it's not working, and they refused to see that it wasn't working. They made excuses for it. They lied to the benefactor of your money even, just to get more resources out of that person. You know, the whole goal was to accelerate you, maybe put you in private school or give you saxophone lessons, or, you know what I mean? Just because they knew you had these extra gifts. And it was almost like, you know, they tried to crunch them down. They tried to crunch your head, whatever they did to you, you know, and it wasn't working. They just got more irritated with you. And so you were more and more isolated. Like, you didn't feel like you could do anything right. Isn't that strange? But and it was all an attempt to get more resources out of this person that left you this. Yeah. And now they have to admit that they engaged in abuse. This is abuse, okay? They didn't tell you about it, you know? It's lying to a child, you know? Okay, so Saturn knows that the ancestry tree is not going out of style anytime soon. That you've set this new trend. Like, it's cool to get down with the bloodline. It is cool. When they save your bacon, man. They save your bacon. That's what it is. I hear the crows. I hear some crows. So Saturn wants you to know that there is this new start, this Two of Wands. Okay, that's in the destiny. Okay, the wheel is upright. Yep, and it's gonna be expose some truth. This new gateway. The gateway, the Two of Wands, is for something you did in the springtime, March 21st through March 30th, because you became a reliable partner with Saturn during that time. April 21st through March 30th. You were equally giving as Saturn was, although you didn't feel it or notice it. That's where the equality started for Saturn. Like, this is who I want on my team. I'm going to trust that, because you started doing something, just bringing in a lot of this Emperor, Cardinal, Aries leadership to you. And in doing so, it sealed the wheel and this truth. It sealed it. And now, yeah, it's a huge contrast to those that are left out, those that were unjust, those that didn't give equally. There's a huge contrast to it, because yours actually provided a product. Yours actually provided help. That they can go back and watch. Yeah, yours did. Like, you don't know how many lives you've saved. And the ancestors tremor over this. They want you to know they are so proud of you. They are so proud of you. You don't know how many people watched with tears in their eyes. You know, you don't know. And somebody needed that somewhere. It provided a product for the best of humanity to protect others against evils they can't see. We know that your well-being, there was a cost to it, your well-being. We know that, but it wasn't to slight you. It was to get this larger enemy circumvented. Yeah, remember, there's a board meeting tonight with the ancestors. There's two board meetings going on. Yeah. You know, we got this one here. Some kind of transformation of this active person that's part of a bloodline that has these spiritual gifts. The moon must be a priest of some kind, using this spirituality that this group is well aware of. And then there's this other meeting too about this female who just had to get rid of this person. Okay. Used a family to do it. To transform or erase this, person of service. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. If anything, the goal of that meeting was to put it on the table that look how immature, look how unstable they are. But here's the deal, collective. Before I get over to Uranus here, here's the deal. If you knew growing up was like being in an episode of like Wizard of Oz on acid, then you were okay with this. You outstepped the stepper. You know, you were raised by people that, this is your reality. Look at the love. Look at the love. Look at the love. You knew, and looking back, it's just it wasn't quite there. So, if you have to walk it out till whenever, you just do. I mean, they're bound and determined to show that they have the power with this magic to control minds, to sweep minds, to create a reality that's false so we can create all these events that steal, lie, hurt, victimize innocent people. And you exposed it. So, okay, so Uranus is the star card. They're still coaxing you. They're still trying to get you to, come outside in your bathing suit. Yeah. It's the middle of September, but, whatever they want you to do, which you're just, oh, I got sirens on that. Please. Nobody walk out with your bathing suit today. They're still coaxing you. They're still coaxing you. And just be your playful self, but say no. Say, because this has the 26 Taurus is Dennis Hopper's birthday, and he's the dude on the motorcycle in that 70s movie, Dennis Hopper. Just when he shows up at your house and asks you to get on back of that motorcycle, just say, my spaceship won't approve. Yeah. Just tell him your spaceship ain't gonna like that. They're gonna coax you. They're gonna send somebody to your house or something to oh, sure, this kind of living is, can't wait to do something different. But it doesn't matter if you do something a little different for you. You know this confusion was real, that other people felt this, and that you were one of the guiding lights. Ace of Pentacles. So, go ahead and send liberal Dennis Hopper over. What was that movie? I don't know, Wild Ones. Something. Okay, so Uranus, is that all you wanted to tell us? Is just be wary of that coaxing. They're very liberal with it. Okay, so because of your borders and safeties, there's been a truce. They had to call truce. They had to cry uncle on it. Yeah, because there were too many records of it. Look, dude, you're just doing that so that, no. Not so much. Just leave that person alone. Let them make their own choices. We kind of trust what this person's doing, And so there's been a truce. Yeah, and Uranus agrees with the truce. Yeah, because Uranus is very upset if he goes through the portal without his star. Okay? Yeah. The enemy was trying to take this star, and Uranus was like, you're not having it, man. Yeah. Okay, so 28 degrees Pisces retrograde. This world event, you fighting this invisible person, and this is getting the Judgment card tonight. Okay, so tell me. Okay, this is why it looked invisible. Okay, because like with Bill Gates, that wasn't born overnight. Microsoft wasn't born overnight. But if you had listened to him 30 years ago say, oh yeah, this is what it's going to look like, and it's going to say Microsoft, and you would have been like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? Because it hadn't been born. It took so many years for it to get the way it is now. See? So that's why it looks like you're just fighting the invisible man. Don't stop fighting the invisible man. Okay? He's real, dude. He's real. Only a narcissist, gaslighting bully in a coven with Genghis Khan as its leader would make you back down and say, this is all in my head. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. But do you see how many layers of that? There, you know, you got the gaslighting, you got the bullying, you know, you got Genghis Khan, who's in history known to like just take over continents at a time, continents. Okay. It's too evil not to address, and you addressed it. Good for you. Yeah. And then also for the 28 degrees or whatever. Oh, no. Yeah. For 21 years, Goodyear tried to get the rubber tire patent. He died penniless and in debt trying to do that. Like, look, I just want to make a rubber tire. And Goodyear actually died penniless, in debt to this, trying to patent this rubber tire thing. And then 38 years later, two brothers came forward and made it a success, and they called it Goodyear to honor that dude. Isn't that cool that somebody had read their history books and knew, hey, well, let's name the company Goodyear. And you know, they got blessed for that, because that's a leading company of tires. But it's because they took the time to honor something from their past. Look, that dude, he was in debt. He died and he didn't even get the tire patent. But he worked 21 years on that. 21 years. I don't care if it takes another 21 years to expose what they're really doing. Dude, we have to. Yeah, and Neptune says if you aren't up to 21 more years, that's okay, because your art, your alchemy for what's to come will help. And know that that's healing your internal manifestation by producing this external art. Okay? Thank you, Neptune. I love you. Yeah. Coven was malicious. They're very malicious to make you feel like, oh, it's just, this isn't, you know, asking the pendulum, is this really going on? And it was saying no, because you are a part of something that's really abstract. Okay. You're a part of little pieces of many people's story, but your information helped. Okay. Your information was crucial for that person to at least get some inner healing for their own bloodline. Okay. That's the way I look at it. And you are a supporter of people healing what's inside. You know, God doesn't want us running around with unhealed souls. That was not his mission. Okay. You accept the lot you have in life and you heal. Yeah. Okay, Pluto. So we're supposed to go catch the trash truck. Oh my Lord. Pluto has the moon card tonight. There's a secret. So your ops threw something away. Now they're going to have to go chase down the trash man to get it back. Well, what'd they throw away, Pluto? What'd they throw away? That's the secret for tonight with Pluto. Why are they, can't they just call the trash company? Oh no, because they go right to the dump with it. This is an age-old dilemma of your ops. Throwing things away they think they won't need. Okay, so I know it's this one right here. Yeah, this was looked into. Okay, something they threw away. And then these two wanted to talk too. Okay, so there was a collaboration to get you to walk away from this legacy. Okay, and they were love bombing to do it. Knight of Cups. They were love bombing you to quietly, Queen of Pentacles, walk away, because I had six of Swords, walk away from this collaborated. Yeah. It's a little hard to walk away when the charts you're doing show that they've been doing this magic for, you know. So you would have had to have been born before 82 or 80. That's what I'm getting at. With this particular, what I'm trying to show here is all this magic going on. But yeah, they supposedly the prediction that came with you was money of some kind. That's why it was all 8,000 other people's money. I don't know. Maybe they invested it a certain way and other people knew about it. Okay, so they have to hunt down. They threw something away. Okay. They threw you away, collective. They're trying to get back something of yours or whatever, because they just threw away their portal to the fifth dimension. You were their portal. You were their portal. You. Yeah. And they threw you away. and the ancestors won't let them come near you. So how do they expect to get to the heaven on earth? How do they expect to do that? They threw their portal away. You are the portal. Wow, Pluto. I don't know. That seems crazy. How is collective the portal? How is collective the portal? How is collective the portal? You were the brave one to go where no man had gone before. Yeah, because you're the leader. You went where no one had gone before. Emperor card. Yeah, and they threw this dude away. Threw him away. All that beautiful Aries, innocent innocent energy, just throw that away. That's crummy, man. Okay, so up here in the Destiny, you got 6 degrees Aries with the Alchemizer, making your beautiful artwork. And then you've got Justice for the healer, which right now it's retrograde. So you may not see any justice yet. But you can refer over to Jupiter that, look, we were able to tackle some major issues because we didn't have to baby you. They didn't have to baby you. Saturn didn't have to come around and go, oh yeah, spoon feeding you things I can't tell you about because it's gagged. I mean, what do we expect? You know what I mean? This was obviously a secret society, obviously things done remotely. And now you've created this evolution of this. This should never be in a background like this to make people feel this 7 of Cups, this out of sorts over it. Are you kidding me? It was all to make you look unstable and unreliable. So tell me about this Magician now. What has, let's do these. What has collective been able to, yeah, the Devil. You put him on his head. He came up upside down. Wow. And it was all over this 7 of Cups thing. I don't know how you listen to the readings, but I never listen to a reading and apply 100% of it to my life. You know what I mean? Like, there were portions of it that I could, and most of the good they'll just say that, you know, apply to what applies to you specifically and leave the rest behind, or they do this disclaimer. But I never, you know, maybe once out of the 3 years I've watched readings has somebody just nailed every single thing. But other than that, you're picking up on a lot of energies. So you are going to read things that are outside your storyline, you know? But anyway, it created a lot of confusion as to what was truth. Well, all of the bits and pieces made this quilt that's going to be in the Smithsonian Institute at some point, right beside the Pez dispenser, you know, with Looney Tune face on it, that you helped make this beautiful truth, that there's some secretive things going on, clinging to us, harvesting from you, harvesting from a leader that they threw away. Wow. I don't know. What's this clinging about for this Destiny tonight? Jehovah, Yahweh. Let the sunshine in for collective tonight. May be inspired. Ace of Swords. That you be inspired with your art, healing humanity. I love you, collective.